How's it, guys? Welcome back to FX Rhapsody. Today we're looking at two currency pairs once again. We're looking at the Euro USD dollar and also the British pound USD dollar. For those of you that's starting out on trading, go visit my website. It's on the bottom left corner over here, where I have got plenty of video material regarding trading. For those of you that's also new to trading, getting started in trading is one of the categories that you can choose, and then all the videos that you can watch there. I'm also doing analysis on the COT reports, which you can download for free on my website. And then also go check out my preferred brokers. These guys are brilliant, really good spreads, margins, anything that you really want from a really good broker. Okay, so let us hit the chart. So we're going to start off with the Euro USD dollar. We're doing top-down analysis. We're starting on a daily time frame, moving down to your hourly. So on a daily time frame, what we can see is that the Euro USD is definitely still on a downtrend, but it is consolidating. Price is consolidating over here, so we don't know where it is going yet. Will this be the turn up? Will price break this trend line that's going down? So will this happen, that price is going to eventually break that trend and then come down to retest it and go up? And if it does that, we need some kind of a, there's also this area over here that's a nice area of support turned resistance. So price needs to break this area, and then we will see a continuation to the upside. But again, time will tell. Looking at your 4-hour time frame, what we can see is, again, we're looking at that consolidation area in the market that we are looking at. We see the price tapped liquidity over here. That was our previous low, coming into that consolidation, tapping liquidity, going up, tapping liquidity up here as well. So it's just building up some momentum to go to take, well, let's say go up or go down. So we will have to react to what the market gives us. Nice little opportunity that arose here, especially after this area at the top was tapped, liquidity tapped here, coming down, creating a fair value gap in between that areas. And then this was towards the end of the week that you could have caught that nice little sell downwards. So now currently, again, inside that liquidity, let's see what happens. So when we go down to our 1-hour time frame, let's have a look at what happened there this week and what we can expect. So again, we're looking at that area of that tapped in previous analysis. We had these two lines. You can see price going down, creating a fair value gap. Let me just show you here. When it bounced off that area, creating a fair value gap. So you could have caught a nice little buy upwards, where eventually it went and it tapped into that liquidity, breaking that line, going up, tapping into the liquidity that we just saw on the higher time frames, coming down into that consolidation area, and then creating a fair value gap. And as you can see, price just went down all the way, not reaching that fair value gap on the way down. But if you had to buy upwards, you could have seen that it's just price gets drawn to that area, and once it did that, you could see just price shooting down again. We have got these two areas again lined out. I would like to see what happens when price breaks one of these two lines. So those are my key areas that I'm looking at for this coming week. Looking at the COT reports, we are looking at the euro dollar. So we're looking at the euro USD. We can see that longs being closed in the market, shorts being closed in the market. A lot more shorts than longs. Previous week, we had a lot more longs being opened than shorts. So again, it's just that consolidation that's happening in the market. So will this now be the turn like we saw on the high time frames? Will the momentum carry on upwards? But again, time will tell. So don't just predict the market, react to what price gives us, and let's see what happens when price breaks one of these two lines. Let's move on to our next currency pair. We're going to be focusing or looking at the British pound, US dollar. We are definitely, let's just take it out. We are going to the daily time frame first. Okay, so let's see what happened on the daily time frame. Again, we know that price is in that downwards trend. Previous week, we had analysis where we looked at price going maybe up to this trend line, which it did. So, and I still had a question mark, will price respect that trend line and carry on downwards? And again, it did. So price going up, not breaking past that, but hitting that trend line area, and it's a nice sell opportunity going down, creating that fair value gap. Price is going into that area, getting drawn to that area, and then continue downwards. So again, I'm actually going to leave that in for, let's see what happens if price is actually going to go down and tap that area at the bottom as well, or carry on downwards. On a 4-hour time frame, let's have a look. 4-hour time frame again. Okay, we had this area. This is a trend line area that we had in for previous week. We saw again that price created a fair value gap, bouncing off that trend line, as you can see, and then going up. And then again over here, there's a fair value gap that was formed. This is the one on the daily time frame that we saw just price going up. Now we saw price breaking this trend line area. So as you can see how this area or this line gets respected. So price breaking through that, respecting it, not breaking above it, and then shooting downwards. So again, don't throw away all your trend lines or anything. Use them. Okay. If there's a little bit of a trend going, just draw in your trend lines. You can see how price respects those areas as well. So all in all, don't just trade with one strategy. Have all these things in your mind. A lot of times, you look at the charts and it's a blank chart, and don't just look at, I'm looking at fair value gaps and I'm looking at a Fibonacci. You need to have all this knowledge of trading inside of your brain. And like I said, a little bit of a trend line going up and then bouncing off. So it's all these little puzzle pieces putting together, and it will help you with your trading career. Going down to your hourly time frame. Okay, hourly time frame, what we have is, again, we had this previous area that we mapped out. I did a little video of that. We saw price breaking past that, coming down, breaking a structure over here, creating that fair value gap, going up, sell opportunity, going up again, another fair value gap, sell opportunity down, and then we had price moving up again into that fair value gap again. So it created that high, that low, price coming, retracing back to your 62%, and that is, again, in this whole scenario over here, there's two methods that I used. It's the fair value gap and the Fibonacci, and both of those, could have caught you some nice pips. And again, price just going into that area, which you could sell down once again. So if I take out all of these, we're just looking at, then we can look at what, there we go. So currently for this week, again, I'm mapping out two little areas. So I'm definitely going to look at this high. This is a closest relative high. And then this is my low. Okay, so I'm going to be looking at these areas just to see what price is going to be doing in those areas, because currently it is just, again, hovering there. So we will have to see if price breaks above it or breaks below it to see where price is going, and then react to that. Let's look at the British pound to see what the COT report tells us. So the COT report, we see longs being closed in the markets, shorts being closed. A lot more longs. So you see the net position getting weaker from a negative 53,000 to a negative 56. So you can see that movement downwards. So will this be another sign of, this is, and obviously the sign that price went down, but will price carry on downwards? And again, let's go to your high time frame. So is this the area that, again, we're going to be looking at shorting the British pound US dollar downwards? So guys, that's all from my side. I hope you enjoyed this analysis. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, notification bell for more trading content coming your way. Guys, I hope you have been having a wonderful weekend. Stay safe and happy trading, guys.